This review is brought to you by absolutely no one. We have no sponsors and no one cares. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Movie Mates mini review. I'm here with my wonderful co-host
Callum.
I'm Matthew.
Yes.
Today we're going to be discussing the newly released Toy Story 4.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The newest addition in the franchise.
Yep.
Potentially the last.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks says no more.
Probably rightly so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. So today for you we're going to go through the non-spoiler and then the spoiler review.
Yep.
So today we're releasing this, of course, and this Sunday will be our Toy Story 1 to 3 episode.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't listened to that already, go ahead and watch that as soon as you finish this video.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to jump right into the non-spoiler section?
The film's greatest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. The film's greatest strength for me is its visual quality. I mean,
Yes.
it's stunning, isn't it?
Well, see, I think the toys look like trash.
Really?
Specifically Bo Peep.
Really?
Her face is like glistening throughout the whole film.
Yeah, but she has ceramic though.
But that's not something that's been in any of the previous ones. Like they
Okay.
completely redesigned her, and I think it's a poor
Okay, that's fine.
a poor change. But every like real world element, there's a cat in the film that looks like a real life cat.
Yeah.
And most specifically, the first scene in the film is almost it has sort of a horror element. We won't go into any spoilers.
No.
But it looks like the real world, specifically the rain effect.
The rain is amazing.
It seems like such a small element, but I was thinking that throughout the whole film, like, wow, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like it seems like such a small thing to focus on, but yeah, just watch out for that in the beginning of the film. I thought that the music was completely unnoteworthy, which I think is disgraceful
Disgraceful
for a Toy Story film, because when you look at Toy Story 1 and 2 and it has such incredible music, this just seems so disappointing musically.
Okay.
You know, we hear "You Got a Friend in Me" once again.
Yeah.
Which is a staple of the franchise. You have to have that song. But
Absolutely.
Besides that, there's nothing else.
Nothing really. I think this is a Woody film rather than a Toy Story film.
Yes, 100%.
Woody gets most of the screen time.
No one else is given anything substantial to do.
Not even Buzz.
No, Buzz is a real letdown in this film.
So is Jessie.
Yeah, Jesse has very few lines, and I was disappointed by that because I love Woody, but he's not my favorite character.
No.
So I would have liked a bit more exploration of the other characters.
One of my biggest... Oh, well, in contrast to that,
Yes.
the human characters have a lot more lines and a lot more to do, I think.
Yes.
Like Bonnie is in this quite a lot.
Yeah,
And
she's in it She's in it more than Andy is in any of the previous films.
Yeah, and I like that because I really like Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie's one of my favorite characters actually. There is a character called Gabby Gabby, and she is one of the creepiest characters in the whole franchise. We won't go into any details on that character, but she has quite a obscure motivation as a character, and yeah, she can't. It's odd that in these kids' films they always like have a perpetually like horror element.
And with
She
dolls.
she kind of reminds me of like Annabelle in The Conjuring.
Yeah.
She's very that creepy doll kind of vibe.
I think we can both agree the best new character in this film is Duke Caboon.
Yes, played by Keanu Reeves.
Amazing.
Duke Kaboom. If you're even like not considering seeing this film, see it for Duke Kaboom.
He is amazing.
He is like, he is amazing.
It is fantastic. Other new additions, we've got Forky.
Yes. Played by Tony Hale.
Really good addition, although
Yes.
I think
We'll go into specifics on all this in the spoiler section.
like any longer, and I think he would have gotten annoying.
Yes, I think so.
It's perfect amount just for him to be great.
I think I would have really liked it because he has kind of obviously a weak appearance. I would have liked a really manly voice.
Yeah,
Like if it had just been like
The Rock.
yeah, I was literally about to say The Rock or John Cena. Like if it was just such a weak looking character with like a really masculine voice, I think that would have been
like
excellent.
Jumanji, you know, the way the sort of
The
stereotype-
avatars
yeah.
are subverting what the characters are. Yes, I would have really enjoyed that.
This film feels like a continuation, but also it doesn't.
Yes.
I don't think it was warranted.
It's quite a departure. It's completely unwarranted. Because
I mean, it's not bad. I still liked it. But
if this is the final film in the franchise, it's a much worse conclusion than Toy Story 3 would have been.
yeah, absolutely.
So if this is the last one, I would have rather they not had made it.
Yeah.
One other point I had was, this film is all about without going into great detail, it's like a rescue mission.
Yeah.
So to me, it kind of felt like a rehash of Toy Story 2.
Okay.
A lot of it, I was like, oh well, that's basically what happens when this happened in Toy Story 2.
It certainly takes a lot of tropes. I mean, Woody trying to convince Forky that he's not
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. I mean, how far can you go, I suppose, but then that point should be made that they shouldn't have made it if they couldn't make a unique film.
I mean, I have a similar thoughts on the ending. I'll not spoil it, but I'm not sure on it, to be honest. I'm not sure I like it.
I was disappointed by the ending.
It's we'll go into it, and that'll be a main talking point in the spoiler, I'd imagine.
I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think this requires a rewatch for me to affirm my thoughts on the ending, just because the ending is so jarring for me.
Yes, I was glad that I had rewatched the original trilogy over the last 2 days, because it kind of gave me some more context for motivations in the film. But yeah, I was disappointed by how the film ended.
This film sort of like, I only heard it was like going to be a thing like maybe a year ago, and it just feels like like I didn't know this was happening, and then it just like feels like that it's just out, you know.
It was announced 4 or 5 years ago, because that's how long it takes, obviously, from the start of the animation to finishing it. And it's when movies like this are kind of like, when an animation film is not spectacular, when it's even mediocre, that's not a good thing, because those animators have spent 4 years making this. So when the film's mediocre, that's not a great result, is it?
No.
So when I was thinking like, I've been waiting for this film for 4 or 5 years, I was disappointed in its quality.
Okay.
Because it's not great.
I think because it's
good.
not great, it doesn't mean it's bad.
No.
I think, like, for me, I'd give it a 7. I think it's pretty good. It's not great, it's not good, it's pretty good.
Yes, I would also give it a 7. I fully agree with that. I think it was a good movie, but it's certainly a poor conclusion if that's the end of the franchise.
I think kids will love it.
Yeah, there were a lot of people in our cinema who were laughing hysterically, you could say. I don't think it was a child, though. I think a full-grown woman was just cackling at some point.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, you like what you like. I mean, we chuckled
we did
a few times, perhaps inappropriately at some points. We'll get onto that, because I think there were some unintentionally funny moments.
Yeah.
That we can. Oh well, I think Duke was intentionally funny.
No, maybe his kid.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Okay, so...
Okay, that's all my thoughts on the non-spoiler section. Did you have any?
No.
Okay, so if you haven't seen the film yet, turn off now, or if you don't care, I suppose continue to listen, but make sure to come back and hear our spoiler thoughts on the film.
Do you want to just go in for the ending, since it's going to be the biggest talking point, like?
Yeah, I suppose, and then we can go back to chronologically. Yeah. I did not enjoy the ending, really.
So out of character.
Yeah, because Woody is all about his children. He's always thinking about... His biggest love in life was Andy, and then throughout this film we see that he still misses Andy. But I mean, he loves Bonnie clearly, because he tried so hard to get Forky back for her.
I mean, yeah.
But then he just abandons her at the end for Bo Peep.
My biggest criticism is that just because Bonnie hasn't played with him for 3 days, he feels the need to abandon her. Like, she's gonna be crying if she's looking around for Forky, who she's only known for 2 days.
Yes.
She's gonna be She's gonna be crying for Woody.
Probably,
like, I don't think and it doesn't. He doesn't seem like a character who's like invested in romantic things. Like
no, because he mentions Bo Peep once in Toy Story 3 as being missing, and other than that, he shows like no emotion about it.
And I just really hated the ending. I just didn't like it.
If that's the ending of the franchise and we never see like Woody and Buzz together again, I will be so disappointed.
I would rather see a movie on the original group than with Bo Peep and Woody. I'll be honest.
Yeah, because I after this film, I prefer Buzz 100%.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed with Woody in this film, because I don't think that's the decision that character would have made, and I'm disappointed that it is the decision that he ended up making.
I mean, I love him throughout the film, but it's just the moment when, like, you know, he chooses Bo Peep over Bonnie.
Yeah, he tries so hard to get back to Bonnie, and then he's just like...
Oh, well, Bo Peep's hot.
He's just like... Yeah, exactly, Bo Peep's hot. I guess I'll go with her and just abandon my life.
Bo Peep's not really a toy anyway. She's a ceramic doll. Well, she's not a doll. Even she's a ceramic lamp accessory.
Yeah. So
she's not gonna get played with.
Yeah, she's much more likely to die than any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Plus, you've abandoned all your friends. I mean, I'd never abandon all my friends for a girlfriend.
No.
Because if that relationship ends, you've lost everyone. And I don't think that's in Woody's character whatsoever.
No, I think a fifth film is not even needed just because it's just...
But I think now they need to make it to fix that.
But I don't think people will have the same criticisms that we have. I think people like that ending. Because
it's so out of character.
I hate it too, but...
Like, I would have rather they made just 3 be the ending, but now that they've made that the ending, they need to make another one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To fix that.
Another criticism of the franchise is, for me, the reliance on creepy dolls to create a horror aesthetic is getting old now for me. Yeah. Mm. It happened with, Sid's sort of creepy doll baby
Toys,
thing.
Yes.
And then Toy Story 2 not so much. Toy Story 3 big baby.
Yeah.
And then Toy Story 4, we've got these creepy
Gabby
and
her minions.
Was it like Clarence or something? I don't know what it was called. What the minions were called. But
I don't remember.
I've got notes here. Woody.
We can start at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so the thing that as we've now become reviewers, as we could so arrogantly pronounce, every time I watch a film now, I'm thinking, what can I put into notes?
Yeah.
So I was just throughout the film trying to keep in my mind that I saw Boo from Monsters Inc. In the kindergarten.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was intentional. There was a girl who very distinctly resembled Boo from Monsters Inc. that was in Bonnie's kindergarten. I would like to think so, yeah.
As in Monsters Inc.'s maybe set in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're set roughly at the same time.
Okay.
I
like that.
Yeah. So throughout the film, I was just like boo, 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 just in my brain, and it was so annoying. Because I was just trying to watch the film and remember that.
My favourite scenes in the film were the Andy flashbacks, and then the transition.
Yes,
such a happy moment.
He's like flying, like he's waving his hand, and then he's
Woody
like
and
flying Buzz giving it to Bonnie. Yeah, that was a nice moment, but obviously I hate Andy. He's a piece of shit, so I didn't really care about seeing him.
Yeah, Duke's kid is hilarious.
Yes,
Laurent.
It was something like Laurent, but like it was hilarious. That is what I think. That's the funniest backstories because he's so depressed about it, and it's just so hilarious.
You just see he's gonna jump, and then Laurent's face comes.
I think there were a lot of unintentionally hilarious moments. I think the Duke Kaboom was intentional.
Yeah.
But the moment where the kid in the kindergarten steals Bonnie's craft items, I just chuckled when I heard Matthew. I just looked over at him. Were you doing that just because I did that,
no,
or did you find that hilarious? Yeah. I thought that was so funny, and I think it was 100% unintentional. Because I assume it was meant to be depressing, oh no, Bonnie feels alone. But I was just okay, because she goes oh hi, I'm Bonnie, and then he just steals her stuff. Yeah. I was like, yes.
Also, the antique store is a nightclub.
Yeah. And Bo Peep just knows everyone.
Reminded me of Men in Black International.
Yeah, it was weird. Why is it that Bonnie can bring trash to life?
That's literally what I was about to say.
I think it's maybe the magic of having an owner and her writing her name on, because they kept saying, oh, her name's written on your sticks, that's why you're so special. So I don't know, maybe I don't know, we don't know, of course, because of the Pixar theory that posits that all these films are in the same universe, so that would mean that there is magic. So maybe that's why toys are alive, maybe that's why she's able to bring trash to life.
Yeah.
Because she maybe has some special power.
Okay.
But
I
don't know.
I would sort of consider it as, toys life forms are based on whether they're played with. I think that's what it is. I think that if they're not played with for 10 years, then
you think they lose their soul?
Yeah,
as you say.
I think so. But then,
so you think as long as a child loves something so much as something that they would play with, it comes to life?
Yeah, but then maybe that's not true because Jessie wasn't played with for years and she's still alive.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think that it wasn't really explored that Bonnie can bring things to life. That wasn't really explored.
No, I think it should have been further explored, I think. I enjoyed seeing Forky's existential crisis where he basically just tries to kill himself.
He was throwing himself in the bin.
Yeah, he just keeps saying trash.
Friends? No.
Do you think Woody should have stopped him? I mean, I don't think he should be forced to live if he doesn't want to. I don't think he should be forced to live for Bonnie if he doesn't want to.
Moral compass. He wants the best for Bonnie, but that's
selfish.
I mean, well, that's why I hate it in the ending that he just disregards Bonnie and just goes Bo Peep, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're looking very deeply into this.
we are like I have a critical aspect on it because I love this franchise and I hold it to high esteem.
Yeah, yeah.
I do like this movie. Don't get me wrong, you know, but it's just I wish I didn't see it. I
Yeah.
wish I just had the third film, perfect ending, bam.
Yeah.
But this film is just like I'm gonna have to see the fifth one now.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm disappointed that Woody made that decision. So obviously, Duke Kaboom is amazing.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
I Canada. Yes, I Canada.
Yes, I Canada. His backstory is amazing.
Is Keanu Reeves Canadian?
See, that's what I was thinking because I was like, why wouldn't you get a Canadian actor? I don't think he is, but I loved him in this film.
He's been voted for. Well, people have put in a petition to vote him as Time Person of the Year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like for president.
I would dig that.
I would love Keanu for president. He's getting so much publicity at the moment.
I love him.
Yeah, I love him, but I think, well, I don't think he's being over, shown, but I'm just surprised that it took this long for people to recognize how great he is.
I'm worried that if the reports are true that he's entering the MCU, I don't want him to be like oversaturated like The Rock is. Like,
yeah.
Because he's such a great person and a
great
great actor.
I was gonna.
So we've went a bit off topic. Sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Ducky and Bunny's attack montage where they just picture like beating
I love
that old woman.
I love that.
I think it maybe went one time too far because they show 3 scenarios, and if they'd taken out the second one, like I like the really like overdrawn one where just like,
yeah.
how did that one end?
I love the way like the animators felt the need to like draw up a granny in a bath.
Yeah, like with a glass of wine. Yeah, that was excellent.
I love that.
I love that. Also, I've written, of course, Gabby is creepy, but Harmony is a cold bitch. She
Nope.
Yeah, she just goes nah. Like she looks at her for like 2 minutes and then she's like nah. I'm like, you are heartless, Harmony.
Is it just me, or do all the human girls in this have the same hairstyle? Like it's all like cropped short or like a bob sort of thing. Like Bob, you know the kid who was lost? She looked exactly like Bonnie.
Yes, I thought
what?
She did look remarkably like Bonnie. I agree. I find it weird in this film that really in the end it didn't have a villain because Gabby, her, as I said, she has quite a unique and quite odd motivation.
Yeah.
She just wants Woody's voice box, which is weird, and it involves like being violent with him, but
it's never shown.
She's not like a villain as such because in the end she just wanted an owner.
That was curious to me because I thought if they would have removed Woody's voice box, I thought they were going to do a twist that loses his life force or his ability to become like
sentient.
Yeah.
Like,
but then it has no consequences.
It just means that when you pull his string, like nothing will happen.
Like, why does Woody like feel the need to, you know, just deny it? Like, why does he feel? No, you can't have my voice box. It's sewn inside me. Just like you've been re-stitched before.
Yeah,
and
like, he ends up getting it taken anyway.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay, if you're not going to remove his ability to talk, then it's a bit of a pointless plot thread, isn't it? So,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was I liked it.
But do you not find it weird that there was no real definitive villain?
I thought it was going to be. There's loads of theories out there. It was going to be Bo Peep.
And yes, that would have been better.
Yeah, Bo Peep does have a dark side to her in this film. We see
she's a bit annoying.
She's sort of like a Mad Max style toy on the road, you know, gathering sellotape and stuff. But
I suppose like Lost Toys is playing Lost Boys, so she's meant to be kind of like the Peter Pan figure.
Okay, yeah.
Where she leads kind of, you know, people on the outside.
I really like the element, especially when like the soldiers just like, and then just like use with the high five.
This is an audio medium, Matthew. Yes, when one of the soldiers is left hanging, and it just shows you him for like 10 seconds trying to get a high five from Woody.
Did it seem weird to you that there's loads of like toys in a playground? Like the kids could just steal those toys. Like, you know?
I think it was like a summer camp.
Okay.
So I think they were like there under the supervision of adults.
But you know, I thought that was going to be explored more, like that plot thread, like all the new toys in the playground.
Yeah, no, they just leave instantly.
Yeah, like I really liked that aspect of it. It reminded me of Toy Story 3.
It did remind me of Toy Story 3
also. Speaking of Toy Story 3, there was no returning characters in that film apart from the original group, really. Like there's no Ken, no Barbie, no Lotso, no Purple Octopus, if you could call it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I didn't mind that because those characters didn't really get much development. Well, aside from, I would have loved to see Ken and Barbie and Lotso.
Where did what's his name? Clown.
Oh, Chuckles.
Chuckles? Where did he go?
He is at Bonnie's.
And where's the telephone? At Bonnie's?
No, he was beaten up, and he was always at the Sunnyside daycare.
Okay, so is Chuckles just not in this film?
Chuckles, if anyone doesn't know, from Toy Story 3, he was the sad clown. But yeah, he was one of Bonnie's toys in Toy Story 3, but he's not seen in this film. But I mean, we can just assume that he's like still there.
I think it's criminal that the potato heads only have one line.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I don't even remember Slinky speaking.
No.
But like pretty much all my favorite characters were just sidelined completely, and it was absolutely a Woody show. Like,
which I'm not against that because I love the Woody character.
Well, if they said this isn't Toy Story 4, this is called Woody's Big Adventure, fair enough. I probably would have just not seen it.
Yeah.
But you know, the fact that it's Toy Story 4, it's not Woody story. You know, I don't care about Woody so much that I want to see an hour and a half of him. I mean, Tom Hanks is obviously a great actor, but I mean, you know, Woody isn't my favorite character.
Yeah.
So I would have rather seen more development of Buzz or Jesse.
It's also quite a forgettable film in a way. Like,
yeah.
There's not much. It's a very self-contained film.
I had to try hard to keep my like notes in my head.
Yeah.
That I wanted to mention here.
Compared to Toy Story 3, like Toy Story 3 subverts the ending, whereas they don't like die and nothing else really happens apart from being given to Bonnie.
Yeah.
But this ending has the group split entirely because Woody's the anchor of that group. And that's more of a devastating ending than Toy Story 3 was supposed to be, if you get me. Like, Toy Story 3, happy ending. Toy Story 4, sad ending, you know?
But I would say it's handled really weirdly, where they just hand Woody off. Like, there's no emotional... you don't really see, like, the dichotomy. Like, Woody kind of just picks Bo quite quickly.
The one thing that struck a chord with me was when Buzz and Woody hugged. Like, they're never going to see each other again. And it's I mean, that was nice. But then I just found it weird that... Like, for this franchise to start in 1995, like that's a long franchise being built here.
Yeah.
You know, 4 movies, a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And in this film, for the group to hug him for 10 seconds, it didn't pay off for me.
Yeah, they've probably been together for like upwards of 10 years.
Oh yeah, 20 maybe.
Well,
maybe not.
Because Andy's about 18 and Buzz joined the group when he was about 5 or 6 maybe. So
okay,
so like
10 plus.
So like Buzz and Woody have been best friends for over 10 years, and the fact that they just hugged and that was it, like they'll never see each other again, that felt quite cheap to me.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed with the ending.
If there was a 5th film, I really hope it doesn't turn out that, like, because Woody knows where Bonnie lives, it would just be a while to get there.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope he doesn't decide, well, had fun being a lost toy, way back to Bonnie's now.
Really, I mean, I would prefer that, because I want to see them back together again.
Well, yeah, it's either that, or I wouldn't mind if, you know, I don't know if I'm just trying to think of another scenario, maybe like a film with just the original group and just have Woody on the sidelines, maybe, or not even have him in it.
Set it between 2 and 3?
Oh, I'd love prequels, yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Or in betweequels?
Yeah, I'd love that.
I wouldn't enjoy that. I would like to see... I suppose I'd like to see a Toy Story 5 because I'm really unhappy with that ending.
Yeah.
So I would like to see one where the group is reunited, but they can't really do that because of how certain Woody was that he was going with Bo Peep. You can't really have him backtrack on that.
Yeah.
Which is why I wish they hadn't made this one. I
think the ending was sort of meant to say that, okay, we're going to go a different direction with these characters now. We're going to say, rather than say goodbye to Woody, we're actually saying goodbye to Buzz and Jesse, and we're going to have the group be Duke, Woody, Bo Peep, the sheep, and the 2 plushie toys.
God,
I think that's the new group in my opinion.
I really hope not.
Which I like all them characters. Like, I like the plushie toys. I love Duke.
Yeah.
But
I like them as minor characters or side characters. Like, you need Buzz, you need Jesse, specifically Buzz, because, I mean, I think he's the most interesting character.
I would just love if the perfect scenario for Toy Story 5. I'll probably title this bit in the description like thoughts in the franchise, just because it's not really in Toy Story 4. But Toy Story 5, if they're making it, I would like if, you know, Buzz, Bo Peep, the sheep, plushie toys, and Duke met up with Zurg and Buzz, and then that way you can have Buzz in it.
The fake Buzz?
As in the fake Buzz and the father-son dynamic with him and Zurg. I mean, that's the only way you can have Buzz and Woody together again. And just maybe put Jesse.
But then
I don't know.
That's a Buzz, but it's not Woody's
It's not.
Buzz.
It's not the Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't like that personally.
Do you think they're done with this franchise, or do you think they'll make a fifth one?
Well, I mean, I think this was just a cash grab.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, if this one does well at the box office, I think we'll get a number 5. But I mean, Tom Hanks seemed relatively certain that this was the end of it.
It's more of a definitive ending than Toy Story 3 in my opinion, but I prefer
don't think
Toy Story.
so.
No, but that's what I mean. Like I prefer Toy Story 3's ending.
No, I think Toy Story 3 is more definitive because it's a handing over of the characters from one person to another.
Yeah.
So it's a complete transition.
Oh no,
But
well,
this is just they're still with Bonnie, but also Woody's pissed off.
Yeah, I probably
like,
explained that poorly. What I meant from definitive is like the separation of the group. Like
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 was way more definitive because you'd be comfortable not seeing what else happened on screen.
Yeah.
When Toy Story 4, you're like, I kind of want to see where this goes. Now,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I kind of have to see how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
because
It's ruined.
this was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you rate out of 10? Well, do we give our ratings?
We had both given it 7
Yeah.
because
Do you give it any less now after discussing it more in detail?
no,
or-
because I think it's a forgettable movie. It's uneventful, but it's still good. So
Yeah.
I can't fault the writing or the animation or
There's no like
anything.
poop jokes or anything. It's not that
No.
bad.
You know,
Level,
there's
It's pretty
nothing that really made me angry. It was kind of I was just disappointed by the ending.
Yeah,
So I
fair
think it was good enough. Solid 7. I would recommend it.
good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd say you have to see it.
Duke Kaboom. You
Duke
need
Kaboom.
to see it.
I'll try and squeeze them in the thumbnail somewhere.
Maybe. Those are our spoiler thoughts. Thank you very much for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, specifically the subscribe. So this is probably going out on Saturday.
Yeah, gonna try and get this up. We're recording this on the Friday, so we'll try and get it up tomorrow.
Yes.
Sunday, I'll try and get up the
Toy
franchise
Story
review,
1 to 3 franchise
yeah,
review.
That'll be a podcast episode.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this right now, just hopefully tomorrow you'll
Yeah.
be able to jump on over to our Toy
Then-
Story series review.
The next review will be Far From Home, which
Uh,
will be in the podcast
A
form.
podcast episode on Far From Home.
And then, as we previously mentioned in the Men in Black review, it will be Spider-Man franchise, which will be
Yes.
another podcast, and then sci-fi movies, maybe we're thinking.
Coming up soon, yes.
Yes.
So those are all the ones that you have to look forward to. Our many subscribers. Please recommend to a friend if you
please do.
enjoyed.
Yep.
Thank you very much for listening once again, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Bye.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.